It all happened in the blink of an eye. One frame of live television, one shocking instant that the cameras couldn't take back. The crowd gasped, the commentary faltered, and suddenly, a night that was supposed to crown a wrestling queen turned into the kind of chaotic nightmare that scorches reputations and wrecks alliances. In the center of it all stood Tiffany Stratton, once the golden girl of World Wrestling Dominion, holding a microphone and an expression that would burn its way across every wrestling forum, every gossip feed, every locker room conversation in America. She didn't just expose Jade Cargill, she detonated her. The moment replayed endlessly online, cut, slowed, dissected, an awkward pause, a misstep, a wardrobe glitch that was never meant for any audience's eyes. Cameras pivoted too slow, production froze, and the roar of 20,000 people turned into a storm of disbelief. But the horror wasn't just in the malfunction. It was in Tiffany's smirk, her calculated tone, her deliberate words that cut through the arena like glass, words that made sure no one missed what had just happened. Fans didn't know what to do, laugh, gasp, or turn away. Within hours, the hashtag burned across social media like wildfire. Hashtag Dominion disaster. The same fans who cheered for Jade weeks ago now demanded answers. And behind the scenes, the company scrambled. Executives whispering, PR teams flipping into crisis mode, the wrestlers themselves torn between solidarity and silence. To die-hard wrestling followers, this wasn't just an outfit malfunction. It was betrayal in its purest form. One performer deliberately exploiting another's humiliation for personal spotlight. Tiffany Stratton, once praised for her poise and star charisma, had crossed a line that few could ever return from. But as the footage looped on every timeline, she didn't look shameful. She looked defiant. Every inch of her performance that night screamed planned. She timed the pause. She leaned into the moment. She made it part of the show. But too perfectly, too self-aware. The audience could feel it. This wasn't a slip. It was a strike. And if that was true, if Tiffany really engineered that on-air embarrassment, then wrestling's glittering world of choreographed rivalries had just witnessed something far uglier: weaponized exposure. Wrestling fans had seen betrayals, turncoats, and heel turns, but nothing like this. This felt personal. This felt cruel. And yet the crueler it looked, the more the ratings climbed. By morning, clips of the reveal had amassed millions of views. Sponsors were furious. The network issued a statement calling it an unfortunate live broadcast incident. But the fans weren't buying corporate apologies. They wanted accountability. They wanted punishment. They wanted to know how a star like Jade Cargill, undefeated, undeniable, could be left unprotected in front of the world. And beneath the chaos, in the quiet corridors of the Dominion training complex, rumors spread that Tiffany wasn't acting alone. By the end of that turbulent week, nothing in World Wrestling Dominion felt the same. The lights of the arena didn't glow, they glared. Every camera, every lens, every phone waiting to catch another fracture in the carefully built illusions of perfection. Tiffany Stratton had vanished from media appearances, shielded by a corporate silence that only made the speculation louder. And Jade Cargill, no longer the unshakable icon, walked into the next broadcast with a presence unlike before, measured, heavy, electric with resentment. Fans waited for confrontation, not a scripted rematch, but retribution. When Jade's theme hit, the crowd erupted, not out of joy, but rage, sympathy, something raw that stopped feeling like entertainment. In her walk down that ramp, fans saw not a performer, but a person who had been stripped bare under the cruelest spotlight imaginable. The ring, the sanctuary of strength, storylines, and control, had turned into an open wound. Inside the locker rooms, tension thickened by the hour. Whispers said Tiffany wanted to apologize privately. Others claimed she doubled down, calling it a test of character. Producers debated suspensions, sponsors threatened withdrawal, and wrestlers were told to keep focus. But nobody could. Every stare, gesture, and silence carried the same unspoken question: what kind of business had they built? Wrestling had always been larger than life, blending performance with pain, storytelling with spectacle. But that night made everyone feel the danger of the blur. When humiliation becomes entertainment, where does the show end and cruelty begin? Tiffany Stratton may have claimed it was just heat, part of the act, but to millions watching, the line between fiction and violation had been crossed. The Dominion was no longer a kingdom of power. It was an empire of exposed nerves. That single live moment became legend, cited in podcasts, dissected by pundits, memorialized by memes. For some, it killed their faith in the show. For others, it fed their obsession. Because outrage sells, disaster trends. The company's monthly ratings doubled, but the cost was trust, and maybe the last shred of dignity between performer and crowd. When Jade spoke weeks later, she didn't shout, she didn't cry. She just said one line that echoed louder than any promo. They made me a story I didn't write. And the arena went silent.